Hey everybody! Today I'm going to show you how I do my strap connectors for my Rosie crossbody bag by Swoon. I've had a few people ask me how I get these on here so nice and neat, and today I'm going to show you how. So here's one that I've already finished, and I'm going to walk you through. So I've got a few pieces cut out already. I've got the pattern piece clipped onto a panel, marine vinyl piece that I've already cut out. And I've also pre-cut the little window where our strap connector is supposed to go. I've already started with my panel connector piece. It's 4 by 3 inches, and then I like to use a pen down the middle to find where I make my fold. And then I clip them down, and then I sew. Here you can see I do these inside stitchings first to get the fold down, and then to connect it onto the bag I do this outside stitching here. So right now I'm going to show you the stitching here. So I have my needle all the way over to the left, and then I will stitch from the edge at 3, which is 3/8 of an inch, and go back and forth. And you want a longer stitching on vinyl, because the smaller the stitching, the more easy the vinyl could rip. It basically perforates your vinyl and easily rip like perforated paper, so to speak. Okay, then turn around and do the other side. Same thing, back and forth, 3/8 of an inch. Well, okay, back and forth. I guess it would be 1/2 inch. Okay, back and forth. So I guess you don't have to have it all the way over to the left. You could just have it in the center, and then just have the edge of your strap connector 1/2 inch from the middle. I don't know why I do it that way. That's just how I do it. Okay, snip all your extra thread. Then make sure tops are even here. When we fold them over, we can get them kind of as close as possible. Okay. Then I mark the middle, and then I have this thing called quilter's tape. You don't have to have it, but it helps me. I like it. And I put 3 little pieces on one side of the line as close as possible, and then I'll put 2 pieces on the other side, and that is the side that your ring will go on. And this is quilter's tape is a double-sided sticky tape that goes away with wash. You don't have to have it. It's just my new favorite trick that I try to use in everything. It will also help when you go to put the strap connector on your panel piece. You could always use double-sided tape, as it's going to be on the inside of the bag and it won't really matter if it washes away or not. Okay, take our pieces off, or the back of the tape off. Again, the one side that has the 2 pieces of tape is for your ring. Fold down to the middle and clip. Okay, do the other side. Oops. Fold over and clip. Okay, so I put another piece of tape in the middle here. You could do regular double-sided tape. I don't have that. I just have the quilter's tape, so I'm just going to continue to use that. Okay, so we have that. Then you take your panel piece with your panel and take your tape off. And then I always take off the top side first. Try and find your middle there, which is why we have that piece cut out. Okay, and press. Then here you can see if it's even or not, and it's even. Now because I'm using vinyl, it's a little bit thicker than you would use. I think it's recommended you use like a quilting fabric. I'm using vinyl here, so it's not going to exactly fit the entire hole. So if you're going to do it that way, just make sure that you're even on your other side when you do it. You can see I have a gap here. I would make sure on my other side of the panel that this strap connector starts down here as well, so that they both are the same length from the top. Okay, now all the way over to the right, I'm just using a regular foot on mine and pull that ring as much as you can towards the top. Okay, and then just stitch. When you get towards the edge of the piece, I usually like to hand crank it until I'm probably about, I don't know, almost 1/8 of an inch. Between 1/8 and 1/4 of an inch. Just until when you turn around your piece, the edge of your foot is almost to the edge of your fabric, or to the edge of your fabric. So here I'm almost to the edge. So when I stitch down here, I'm going to want the same length all the way around from the edge. So we'll go down again. Okay, and then I hand crank towards the end. Flip it. Get rid of the other clip. Foot back down. Follow along the edge again. Hand crank it. Flip up. Okay. Go back up towards the top of your strap connector. Hand crank it. Now this point here, you could continue up to the top, and then when you get close to that top stitching, I always recenter this piece and connect. I know it's going to be really hard to see on the video, but the first stitching that I did, I'm going to connect it with my last stitching here. And then I'm going to flip it around, and here I hand crank into the first stitch line, and I try and match the holes. I know it's going to be really hard to see in the video, but if you have good enough lighting, you should be able to do it. Okay, we have about 3 more stitches to do. Okay. Pull out and make sure your thread, I forgot to say this, make sure your thread in the beginning and the end is about 4 to 6 inches long. So what we're going to do here is we're going to pull our thread from the other side to pull that top stitching to the back. Okay, and then we're going to tie those pieces together. Same thing with the beginning of our stitch we did. Wiggle that until you get part of your top peeking through. Come on, I see you. Come on. There it is. Okay. Kind of pull those just a little bit and make sure that the tension on top is good. Okay. And then we're going to tie these pieces together. And I usually do about 3 ties. Trim those. I do about a 1/2 inch. And then trim. Then, for an extra added bit, I go through, where's the end of my thread? I go through with a freight check. And down. Okay, so freight check done. Top stitching done. Take off your clips. And ta-da! And there you have it. Perfect strap connector. Now you can notice here that the clips have left little divots. Those will come out. But there you go. Hopefully that helps somebody. And if there's anything else that you want to see in future videos, you can go ahead and leave me a comment here, and I will try and add that to my list. Thanks for watching.